Hey, it's Greg from Cutting Edge Stencils. Welcome to another episode of How to Paint and Stencil with me, Greg Swisher, coming to you live from Ramsey, New Jersey. It's a 3-day weekend. Congratulations, everyone. I hope you get some time off, a little much-needed R&R. We're going to jam this one out today. I was sitting there on Tuesday night wondering, what am I going to do? I looked up at the sky and saw my answer, full moon. Last Tuesday was a full corn moon. Native Americans in the Northeast used to name the moons based on what events were happening. They were harvesting the corn. Harvest moon comes later in September, just for your information. Now look, there's so many different pieces to this mural. I thought, let's do a quick mural using stencils. Cutting Edge Stencils has mural kits, has fresco kits, or assemble a mural based on different items that we have for sale, like I did here today. I wanted to do a full moon, metallic full moon, but I wanted to have my mountain pines in there. I wanted to have some stars, so this is our constellations. You can see these down here. We used constellations for our backdrop. We used mountain pines at our horizon line, and we used our full moon for the center section. I'm going to be explaining this while I'm doing it because there's so much to do here. So check it out. I did a base coat of Benjamin Moore 826 Stunning. Here are the colors right here. Take a look while I'm putting this up. Those are the colors that we're using here today. I base coated in Benjamin Moore 826 Stunning. It's this really stunning purpley blue deep color. One thing to remember with dark colors, they will scuff easier than light colors. Use a flat paint when you do this, and you'll have less issues. But what I'm doing now is I'm taking a little bit of Navajo white. Look, our moon stencil is two stencils. It's the outside of the moon, so we block in the moon, and then we have the continental shapes of the moon, which you see all here, and we do those in a slightly darker color. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking some Navajo, because I just want to make this go away. I want to come over top of this with my metallic, and I want this dry, so I'm going to be doing this now. So a little bit later, towards the end of the episode, we'll be able to fine-tune the moon. Got it? All right, so I'm getting some Navajo on here. I'm blocking this in. Blocking this in is going to block out the dark background color and allow me to use my metallics on top and get good coverage. You know, most metallic paints are translucent. Hopefully you guys have been watching. You've learned the difference between opaque, which is non-see-through, translucent, which is see-through but with a color, like stained glass or like a glaze, like a paint glaze. And transparent is clear like glass. So going a little lighter pressure around the edge to maintain a tight edge. And probably going to two-coat this. So what I'm going to do is get this on here, and then I'll come back, do one more coat after it sets up a little bit. We've got the air conditioning on today here in New Jersey, so it's going to start to dry this quite quickly. Again, we're trying to show you this amazing mural project in less than 15 minutes. Now, what am I going to do? We're going to go to the constellations. So what did I do? I base coated wall in Stunning. Then you do your constellations. Constellations is an all-over stencil. So our stencil level really comes in handy. It has a built-in registration. I line it up with the previously painted stars. I look down, I check my bubble level and make sure that's beautifully in the middle, and we're good to go. I've got a little spray adhesive on here, and I will use my Navajo white. I will slightly offload my roller because I do want a little tighter edges on the stars. But let me tell you something about the stars. If they have a little bit of bleed on the edge, it almost looks like just light coming off of them. It's very forgiving. Another thing about the constellations is if you don't want to do these lines here connecting the stars You don't have to, or you can even come back later with some of your stunning and remove some. I actually came back with some of my stunning and removed some of the stars at the horizon line, because that's really what we see in nature. So I've got my constellations just about done here. This is what I do. So you come around, you do all your constellations. Then you're going to come in with some black. In this case, I use Ben Moore Ben black. I love it. The paints we're using here today are mostly Benjamin Moore Ben Flats. I like them for stenciling. They work great. We are using Modern Masters, 2 different Modern Masters colors for our moon. I want the moon to have a little bit of a metallic glitz to it. So look, I do my constellations. That's how easy it is to do your constellations. Super cool. I move this to the side, we move on. Okay, I'm going to do another coat on my moon here because it's starting to tack up. And again, I got a little bit of Navajo white. I'm going to come over, block this in. I'm hoping that our air conditioner dries this quick so we can get the entire effect of this full moon here, which again was on Tuesday here, 1:32 I believe, a.m., full corn moon. Thank you, Native Americans, for naming that for us. We actually grow corn at our house. Thank you, Janna. If the raccoons don't get it, we do. Okay, so look, it doesn't even have to be perfect because there are continental shapes. There is movement happening in the moon itself. So I'm going to let that go just like that. That's going to dry. And now let's talk about this pines, the horizon line here. What is a horizon line? Horizon line is where the sky meets the ground or the sky meets the water. That is the horizon line. So I blocked in my horizon line with Ben Moore black. I just took the roller, so simple. I'm going to load it right up here. And I just kind of painted a shape that I thought would be cool. Do you guys see what's going on here? I just paint this shape in here. So I come in, oh, maybe I want it a little higher here, a little lower here. I try to design my shape to look natural, and I block it in. Then what? Then I take our mountain pine stencils, and I have the whole kit here. These are wonderful, and I take these, I take my Ben Moore black, and I just do the top edge. Check this out. Watch this. Boom, 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 top edge. Start to form this great horizon line, and I mix up the stencil. So I take this one up. I'm going to step in front of the camera here for a second. I'm going to grab this big one here. It's this easy. You cannot make a mistake. Look at that. I come in here. And this is another forgiving stencil. A little bit of bleed on here, no one's going to know. It's going to look like the pine needles that we're trying to paint and emulate anyway. How does that look? I think it looks great. All right, we're moving right along. We are now going to shade this moon with a little bit of Modern Masters metallic. I'm going to use this light color here. It's called platinum. I like to use these little plastic to-go lids, cover up my paint so they don't dry out, and I'm using an 1.5 inch professional stencil brush. Cutting Edge Stencil sells them here. I dip that in. I'm going to palette the brush, and I'm going to come in and just give this a taste of glitz. I'm going to do it in a circular way so it fits in with the shape that I'm working with. I see it here. I hope you see it too. It picks up the light. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to build this up and start to get this really cool metallic sheen happening here with Modern Masters Platinum and an 1.5 inch professional stencil brush. Okay. Almost there. This is going to really help with the illusion of the full moon. It has that kind of iridescence to it that just makes it so magical. And that's what I'm doing. And when you kind of hit the light just right on this moon, I see it from the side here. Hopefully you can see it there too. Okay, I've got the moon lightly metallicized, I'm going to call it. I'm going to cover up my Modern Master so it does not dry out. Now, I'm going to shade the outside edge of this moon. I'm going to use the slightly darker Modern Master here, and it is warm silver. Check it out. I'm going to dip my brush in it just like I did before. I'm paleting my brush. Got a nice load on here. I'm going to do the outside edge, and I'm going to lean into it a little bit. Don't be afraid. Make that outside edge a little bit darker. Already I'm building this sphere. I'm building this shape. I'm showing that this is not a flat moon. This is a round moon. All right. Go around. Look how quick and easy this is. You just follow these basic steps and you can create your own incredible accent wall or mural at home using a combination of stencils or using one of our mural kits. It's this easy, and no one can tell you did the wrong thing. I mean, check it out. Already looking great. So now I'm going to take my moon, and this is the moon. This has the continental shapes in here. Now there's an orientation to the moon. Check out some pictures, you'll see. I like this little guy right at the top. So I'm going to put this little hole right at the top and place this in. Spray adhesive really helps. You know, spray adhesive is great, but I actually am going to use a little tape because I'm rushing this, the paint is still wet underneath a little bit, so I'm getting a little help from a little blue tape there, and it's that simple. So I'm in there with the blue tape, bam, I'm back to my dark color, which is warm silver, and I'm going to now do the continental shapes on the moon. Back up top. I'll pounce out a little first, get some coverage, get some color. Then I'll do a little swirling motion to smooth it out. We are so close to having a mural here. I'm jumping in. Carly, you're doing a great job filming. I know I'm jumping all around today. Hey, I don't know if you guys remember, but in every episode, I ask a question. First person to answer it correctly in the comment section will win the stencil of their choice, up to $50. The question today is, what is it called where the sky meets the ground? First person to answer correctly in the comment section wins the stencil of their choice, up to $50. And we announce the winner every week in our description. I love giveaways. Don't forget, we have a community giveaway as well. Every month, we do a community giveaway. So check us out. Be part of that too. Be part of the movement here. Now is a great time, especially with what's going on in the world, to tap into your creativity, to make your home your sanctuary, to make your home a comfortable place for you to be, to recharge, to be safe. It's so important. So now is the time. I am getting so close with this. And guess what? We did it. We're doing this in less than 15 minutes. I'm showing you this incredible mural. Okay, you can do this project at home. You can do this in a day, 2 days, do it in a weekend. It's up to you. Have some fun with it, but it's not a hard project. Don't forget, if you make a mistake, it's only paint. Just grab the base coat color, stunning in this case, paint it over, start again. Oh, we're getting close here. We're getting close. All right, I'm gonna pull this. I try to go a little bit darker in certain areas, give it some modeling. Let's see what we got going on here. Are you guys ready to see the moon? I am. Yes. Let's see the moon. 1, 2. All right, here you go. Check it out. Full moon mural, cutting edge stencils. Whoa, right on time by the buzzer. Thanks for checking in. Try this yourself. You can do it. Have a great 3-day weekend, everyone, and thanks for tuning in.